Hey everybody, Neo Prepper here. I'm starting a video, I think, on the 5 things, or at least several things, that I think are really important in your prep or in your bug out bag or get home bag, which is what I have decided to go to, even though I also have a bug out bag. But I want an everyday carry type bag, a get home bag. So one of the things that I keep in mind is a flashlight like this. I wanted to share this with you because A, it's super bright. It's 200 lumen. It takes 6 AAA batteries, and so I bought a bunch of rechargeables for that, as well as regular batteries. It is made by Rocky, and the reason I tell you that is because I bought this at Sam's Club, and it's a 2-pack of these for $29 if they're still available. They were kind of low the other day, but I've seen them there for months, so I assume they just keep getting more. But it's pretty nice size, right? It fits in my hand. I've got a pretty big hand, but it fits real easy in my hand. It drops right in my bug out bag, or in my get home bag, real easy. It's incredibly bright. I can see my dogs, and she's brown, chocolate lab. I can see her very easily at about, it's probably 50 or 60 yards. And I've got a standard mag light, a 2D mag light. It takes 2 D cells with a regular bulb. And at a distance, this is actually brighter. I can see things better with this light than I can my mag light. And I loved my mag light. In fact, I was so impressed with this, I went out and bought the adapter, which is going to be another thing I'm going to show you. I'm sorry, it's an adapter, but it's an LED lamp for my mag light, to replace the standard bulb in it. And I like it too, not quite as well as I expected to, but it does give me extremely bright light, and it's going to obviously increase the life of my batteries, so that's actually a good thing. Alright, so I just showed you this guy, right? Great flashlight, and you can see it size-wise. That's a 2D mag light, right? You can see how much the size difference is. The 2D flashlight, like I said, I took and replaced the bulb in it. You can see that. You can see inside that's an LED now instead of a standard bulb. Now the only thing I don't like about this, it is extremely bright, right? But I don't know if you can see it or not, but it leaves a yellow tint to it. Right in the dead center and on the outside edges, it's kind of a yellow. And while that doesn't really seem to affect it as far as being able to see out there a ways, I just was really surprised, since that one is just pure white, or very, very white, right? And the yellow kind of threw me. But it's still, like I said, really extremely bright. Now I can still adjust, to a flood or a spot, and so that makes it nice. The other one is strictly just basically a spotlight, right? Which is mostly what I use anyway, but it's still a really great light. Something else that I don't know if anybody's ever touched on this, and I guess we're going over some emergency lighting here. They all take batteries, but this is a fluorescent strip, right? And I got this idea several years ago. It runs on, I think it's 8 AA's. But it'll actually last a long time. I think I burned it for well over 8 hours. During a hurricane a few years ago, we lost power for several days, 2 or 3 days, and I was using this. And I was able to just kind of prop it up like this and read by it. You can use it like a wand, and you can see all kinds of stuff. The reason it's dirty is because I was working on my truck with it. I had it propped up in the engine bay, and I was able to see what I needed to see. So I just really like it. It's bright enough to, like I said, read by. It's it's not like a flashlight by any means, but it'll light up a room in the in that situation. And I've already, like I said, this has already been through an SHTF type situation, and I would highly recommend these. I think I bought it at Lowe's or Home Depot. It was probably like 10 or 15 bucks. I don't even remember. It's also got A 12 volt DC adapter plug, right? So if you have an adapter that'll fit that, you know, a plug in for it, then it'll run indefinitely, obviously. So really cool. I would highly recommend everybody get one of those. All right, take 3. My stupid phone keeps ringing. Anybody ever notice the cell phones are wonderful, and except when you don't want them to be wonderful, then they're more like a leash. Very aggravating. But anyway, one thing that I know everybody's probably got a Coleman lantern of some sort, whether it's the propane, the Coleman fuel, or the dual fuel. But I don't know that I'm hoping everybody's thought of this, but I'm sure some haven't. But is replacement parts, stuff goes bad on those things. Mantles being number one, right? The little mantle that goes inside of it that actually makes the light, right? Without this, your Coleman lantern doesn't work at all. So you can have all the fuel you want, but you can't use it. You can't get light. So this is a 4-pack. I think I bought it at Walmart for like $2 or $3, right? And you can, if depends on how long you're prepping for, get several of these. They're cheap, and like I said, without them, your lantern doesn't work at all. Also, the globe, the glass part, get at least one of those because they break easy. And without it, again, it doesn't work very good. If you've got the fuel stoves, the liquid fuel stoves, I would buy the extra parts for, like, say, the fuel pump. Because I used to have one years ago, and the fuel pump went bad on it. So it's just good to have some pieces and parts if you're considering that a major part of your, alternative lighting scheme. Make sure you've got the stuff for it. If you don't, again, it's just not going to do you any good at all. It's just a paperweight. So to review, pieces and parts, right? Get the stuff that you need. Replacement parts for things that you will go bad. These are consumables, right? It's going to consume them. These will eventually break. You're going to have a problem with that. The strip light, the fluorescent strip light, really, really, really handy. Like I said, already tried it in a hurricane with no power, and it was great. I could read by it. I could do stuff with it. It was just really nice to have, believe me. Without it, I wouldn't have been able to read at night, and man, I got to tell you, it's boring when there's nothing to do and it's dark. The LED replacement bulb for the mag lights. If you've got mag lights and you're worried about battery consumption, that's a good one. It's a good prep. I think it was about $14 or $15, but it's going to last for forever, basically. Right? I don't have to worry about the light bulbs anymore. And then, like I said, this guy, Sam's Club, $29 for 2 of them. Fantastic. Great for the bug out bag. Since there's 2 of them, you can put one in the bug out bag and one in your everyday carry bag or your get home bag. And they're only $29 for what seems like a really good tactical type flashlight. It's really a nice flashlight. I can't say enough about it. All right, that's it. I'm sure there'll be more to this. So, but for now, signing out.